What's going on, everybody? It's Jeff here. Welcome back to the channel. I was driving in my truck just a minute ago, and I really wish I recorded this because I was kind of just thinking about everything that has gone on the past couple days, and I wanted to jump on here to really give you guys a different perspective. Comes from a little bit of a marketing background, but as well as a psychological background, and understanding what one person thinks based on their actions to get another individual to do what they want at their benefit. Okay, so think about that for 1 second. So the reason why I'm making this video is because the past few days, there's just been a lot of chaos going on in the community, especially what happened, I think it was yesterday. I don't watch, I give Trey Trades a lot of credit for all of his live streams. God, I could never do it. All the credit in the world to, man. I don't get to watch him because I don't have 8 hours to be able to watch him, but I heard about everything that was going on. I jumped on after it was over and I watched the last few minutes of it and just absolute the berating of it and just like watching some of these guys, like the patience and the emotions kind of fall apart. All right, and so in this video, I want to talk about what is going on, not only with AMC stock, but what's also going on with the crypto market, and just really give you guys a little bit different of a perspective. So first of all, guys, I got involved with AMC stock for a couple of reasons. One was I was initially predicting this thing to go higher based on buying power. Two was the possibility of a short squeeze. But early on when I invested in this, I wasn't really banking on that. And then three was a recovery play. I've been talking about it with everybody going after the recovery play since January. So just to give you guys an idea of what it could potentially look like, well, the Russell 3000, okay, the average market cap of those stocks is 3 times sales, okay, 3 times revenue. So if you look at where AMC was pre-pandemic at that $5.5 billion range, well, if it was 3 times, not 10 times like some of them, okay, like some of the big tech stocks, just 3 times the average, it would be about a $17 billion cap. And as you can see right now where it's priced, I think it's at like it fluctuates so much every day, but it's around like the between 5 and $6 billion range. So when it was even less before, I was like, wow, this is a great stock. And this is really early on. And that's why I invested into it. Then, as all these things began to uncover about what was happening behind the scenes, as I learned more about the manipulation of verticals, basically having multiple different players in the game, your market makers, your clearinghouses, okay, your payment for order flow, and it's all controlled under one umbrella. Get to see that manipulation really got me thinking like, wow, okay, like there's a huge movement behind this. And I jumped on and I've been invested in it ever since. But now I want to talk about what is kind of going on. So first of all, guys, we're being manipulated and we're being played, okay? And it's not just by the shenanigans behind the scenes, but it's by the actual stock price. So look at what's happening. So basically the stock price is at $9. Okay, these whales, these big guys are letting it ride up to 12. Okay, they see everything that's going on the internet. Everybody's talking about, okay? They see it ride up to, they let it ride up to 12. Then a bunch more people jump on. They let it ride up to 15 and a half, 16 like it did, and then they short the heck out of it. And what happens? It goes down to 12. Well, when you short a stock at 15 and it goes to 12, you're profitable. And they literally rinse and repeat that cycle. They've been doing it. And they're profiting off of us. And I feel like a lot of people kind of don't see that from that side. And this is totally separate from the synthetic shares, the SEC not doing their job, the other manipulation, the payment for order flow. Totally aside from that, that will get caught up to them in due time. That will get caught up to them. Okay, but what's happening currently is that manipulation, and they're profiting off of it. And I feel like people are getting a little bit frustrated. Well, let me just also give you another perspective. Okay, for anybody in the accounting world. Okay, there are hundreds of millions sometimes shares traded every single day. For the SEC or anybody to go into there and say, listen, man, like, where are you not lining up best practices? Your goal is to be able to give us, okay, as if I'm placing the order, the best price. That's fair trade. That's what the market was founded on, fair trade. And if they're not doing that, well, basically it's like the IRS auditing a company. But it's not just like my buddy Mike, if you're watching this video, shout out. Mike works for the Big Four, KPMG. It's not just Mike and his entire team spending 4 months auditing the books of a company, a good sized company. And we were talking about an insane amount of transactions happening, that to dive into through all of it, first of all, it's going to take time, and inevitably, we might never really know exactly what happened, really know the exact number of, you know, trades that were misplaced, trades that were not taken, okay, force, everybody's shares that were forcefully sold on them, or any type of synthetic shares, because all of that is just a huge big pile. That's the long game. And eventually, okay, just like many things, eventually there's enough power behind this that will get uncovered. But in the short term, we're being manipulated, okay? And I'm watching it literally happen in the crypto market. And I'm going to give you this analogy because I really hope at the end of this video, some of you guys can really tweak some of your thinking. And like I said, this was all taught to me over years of trying to become a better marketer, because I run a marketing business. Okay. I'm watching it happen in the crypto market with whales. And I mean big whales. All right. For all of you dinosaur lovers, all right, my son would say the Mosasaurus, the Megalodon, the biggest of the biggest. What they're doing is you're literally watching crypto fall. You've got one side saying, all right, it's going to bounce at 40,000. Okay, it's going to bounce at 40,000. So everybody is in. Everybody's in at 40,000. Then you've got a whale saying, listen, it's going to drop to 38, which it is going to probably drop to 38 based on natural, trends of, weekends after a sell-off tend to be a little bit slow. It's going to drop to 38. And if it hits 38, it's going to go all the way down to 25, right? Or I'm sorry, if it hits 35, it's going to go down to 25. So let's say it gets to 35. Now people are starting to believe this whale, oh my gosh, it's going to go to 25. And so what do? They short it. Because this whale said if it goes to beyond 38, it's going to hit 35. And their plan is to short it to 25. So what does everybody else do when it hits 35? They're like, well, wait a minute. His first part of his, hypothesis, his post came true. Let me short it. And these are small guys. They're shorting it. And meanwhile, the whale is going long as ever. And it's squeezing the shorts out. And that's how they're making their money. Because in order to make money, just like anything in the stock market, you could follow trends, but you actually need to do the opposite. Okay. When everybody's getting in at the high, you need to be riding the down. That's how the guys make money. That's how the big guys make money. All right. When everybody's going crazy down, that's when you get to jump in. Yeah, you can ride those upswings and catch on a little bit of percentage, and ride the downswings and catch a little bit of percentage. But to make the big money, like these big whales do, that's where what needs to happen. You need to play the opposite. You need to get a group of people and influence behind them to be able to make that move. All right. So like I said, I just wanted to come on here just to give you guys a different perspective. I probably said the thing 4 times already in this video, but just a different perspective and different view of, wait a minute, like, let me see what's happening here. Let me see what they're doing. Okay. Because when it comes to, taking down Citadel, like, people talk about taking down Citadel, they're not like Archegos where, they can just, blow up. It's a small hedge fund. You're talking, this is the megalodon. This is the big guy. And inevitably they're continuing to profit off of us every single day, while also letting some of this arousal go. They're almost literally feeding us to believe, right? They get to follow everything on the internet, and they're like, oh, wait a minute, if we can let this thing ride up to 13, 14, people are going to be like, wait a minute, you guys at $9 that were talking about this stock, going crazy higher. Well, you might be true. Let me jump in. And then therefore, like it said, it gets to like it did on Monday, that 15, 16, and they're like, boom, get you right at the neck. And they're making 30% on their money. And they're dumping it back on us and watching all this turmoil happen, and the rinse and the repeat. And expect this to happen until, like I said, the shenanigans, okay, gets uncovered, which I totally believe 100%, without a doubt, it will get uncovered. Because this isn't something that is like got brushed under the rug. Like, it's literally all over not only just the internet, not only just small guys like us, you literally have media starting to cover this. Okay. It's almost gone international. You've got, government officials that are coming in on this. So I do believe that's going to happen. Like I said, that will take some time, but in the short term, just pay attention to what's happening. Right. So guys, that's it for this video. Don't fight each other too. We're all on the same team. All right. And don't berate each other. Please do not berate each other. All right. We all have different goals, wants, wishes, needs, financial obligations, okay, responsibilities, and all of our actions need to be best for ourselves. So guys, that's it for this video. Enjoy your weekend. I'll see you in the next one.